1997 movie Titanic remains one of the highest-grossing movies of all time. Naturally, after this many years, fans are still wondering whether Titanic 2 will happen. Let's find out, shall we? Back in 1997, people witnessed some of the biggest pop culture moments, but back then, we also got to see one of the best movies ever created in the history of cinema. Back when people who loved movies bought tickets without reserving their seats, James Cameron released his biggest masterpiece so far. The success Titanic made back then shocked not just people all around the world, but Cameron too was surprised by how prosperous his film was. Titanic was like the beginning of a new era when it comes to special effects. The film also had one of the most impressive castings, and it really helped in the careers of Leonardo DiCaprio and Kate Winslet. Let's not forget how successful the song My Heart Will Go On by Celine Dion was, and to be honest, still is. Today, Titanic has been reviewed by millions of people, and plenty of mistakes were found in its plot. Also, a lot of people claim the plot of the film is cliché. But that doesn't change the fact that Titanic remains one of the most thriving movies ever created. It won 11 Oscars, including Best Picture, and is still one of the highest-grossing films of all time. Interestingly enough, Cameron revealed he wanted so much authenticity for the sense of the original ship that he actually went to the bottom of the ocean many times just so he could find out more about Titanic. The CGI used in the film is considered one of the most helpful things for the future of cinema. And when it comes to the box office, in 1997, the film grossed $2.2 billion, which even for today's standard is a lot. Now, is there a chance for us to see Titanic 2? More importantly, will James Cameron be involved in the potential project? And will Titanic 2 follow the story of Rose? Let's find out.
I thought you were leaving.
I am. You are so annoying.
Haha.
Back in 2019, a video showing a trailer for a 2020 sequel to the movie Titanic called Titanic 2: The Return of Jack spread all over social media and caused a lot of excitement. So fans immediately thought they're gonna see a sequel to the very successful film, and we're sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but a sequel to the movie Titanic will not be released anytime soon. This movie trailer comes from the YouTube user VJ4Roar2, and the video contains the word parody, which in other words means that the trailer is fake. However, not everyone understood that the trailer was a parody, so YouTube user VJ4Roar2 explained saying the following. Yes, this trailer is fake. It's a parody trailer, sometimes called a fan trailer or concept trailer. It's been created by editing together existing footage to create a new original narrative. Clearly, the parody trailer was created with footage from the Leonardo DiCaprio movie The Beach and the movie Revolutionary Road, in which Kate Winslet also appeared. Now, if Titanic 2 indeed happens, we need to keep in mind that Leo is unlikely to appear, mostly because his character in the first film was by all means dead. Also, he's busy with Killers of the Flower Moon, his next movie with Martin Scorsese, which will also be his second project with Robert De Niro. For those of you not familiar, the film is based on David Grant's 2017 book of the same name. When it comes to Kate, after 10 years since her last TV role, she came back to the small screen as a star and executive producer of the new drama Mayor of Easttown. And for those of you wondering if Cameron is interested in Titanic 2, well, we have no idea, but since he's super busy with Avatar, the second Avatar film will be premiering in December 2022 by the way, we don't believe he'll consider Titanic 2. There won't be another 10-year wait for the third and fourth movie, as filming on those projects has already begun. Now let's see some theories regarding the potential Titanic 2.
There were 20 boats floating nearby, and only one came back.
Titanic begins with Jack as this poor but lucky person who, thanks to gambling, wins a ticket that brings him on the enormous ship. On the ship, he meets the wealthy but unhappy Rose, who's stuck in a loveless relationship. Now, if Titanic 2 indeed happens, there's no way it could be directly linked to Rose and Jack's story. However, according to BuzzFeed, one fan theory claims Jack never really existed in the first film. Now, we believe this sounds crazy to you, but when you think about the conversation Rose had with those people who explored the Titanic, this theory becomes reliable. They said there's no record of anyone named Jack on the Titanic, and she responded with, "No, there wouldn't be, would there? He exists now only in my memory." Because of how unhappy Rose was in her hell of a relationship, a lot of fans think she made up Jack's existence just so she could easily run away from her fiancé. Another fan-made-up theory suggests Jack was a ghost. As one Reddit user explained, perhaps it was the ghost of Jack that Rose saw, and his unfinished business was to get her to safety. This would explain why Jack was able to find a floating bit of debris and then find Rose so quickly in such a huge crowd of panicking people, and be so calm in getting her to safety, the Reddit user wrote. It would also explain why he made little or no attempt to join her on debris. He was already dead and wanted to save Rose one last time. Nevertheless, Titanic 2 could explore Rose's life after she survived the incident. The sequel could explore her independence, her life with her husband, and of course, it would be fun to see her children. Now, here's an interesting theory that was shared in an article from 22 Words. What this theory suggests is that Jack is a time traveler. So what made people believe this? Well, Jack makes many references to things that didn't exist in 1912. You might think that the producers made some mistakes, but Jack talks about Lake Wissota, which is a man-made lake that was built 5 years after the events on the Titanic in 1917. He also talks about roller coasters at Santa Monica Pier. Interestingly enough, Santa Monica Pier did not have roller coasters until 1916. And according to a lot of people, Jack's style wasn't something that people often witnessed back in 1912. This theory suggests that Jack went back to save Rose when she tried to kill herself. If he is indeed a time traveler and never decided to go back, Rose would have jumped and that would have led to a search for her, which would have caused the butterfly effect because Titanic would have never sunk. But a lot of fans ask the question, why didn't Jack save all those other people if he was a time traveler? So we don't really find this theory reliable. Do you?
Jack, I'm engaged. I'm marrying Cal.
While there are no official reports about Titanic 2, the Australian billionaire and politician Clive Palmer announced his plans to build and launch the Titanic 2 way back in 2012. His purpose is to build the same ship and make the same journey as the ship that had the worst fate when it hit an iceberg in the North Atlantic on April 15, 1912. According to CNN Travel, Palmer had to pause his project 3 years after he announced the Titanic 2 was under development because of an unknown financial conflict with the Chinese government, which helps him a lot with the project. 7 years later, Palmer announced his ship is ready to sail. As he explained in a recent statement, the ship will follow the original journey, carrying passengers from Southampton to New York, but she'll also circumnavigate the globe, inspiring and enchanting people while attracting unrivaled attention, intrigue, and mystery in every port she visits. Maybe there could be a film about his ship that would have a happy ending. What do you guys think? According to USA Today, the Titanic 2 trip will start in Dubai and sail to Southampton, England, and then it will head to New York. Would you guys want to see Titanic 2? Also, what would you like the plot for it to be? Let us know down in the comment section below. If you enjoyed our video, make sure you subscribe to our channel, and thanks for watching.